you got me reaching out. And do you see you got me falling in more times than I can get out. Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, how long do I got to keep you, to keep you? Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, trying so hard not to keep you, to keep you.
Alright guys, welcome to JaysFinest. I am so happy to be back. It's been a long time coming and a lot of work been done to this Mustang that you saw here, but I'm so excited to introduce you to this Mustang, to the channel. It's my dad's 2018 Ford Mustang, but throughout 2018 we actually did some work to the Mustang. We did record it and I am going to show those videos later on down the line. Now, what I'm going to talk about right now is pretty much what we have done so far throughout 2018 modifying wise, which is more visuals than anything else, and also what did the Mustang come with from factory. So let's get started, baby. Alright, so what my dad got, he got the base model Mustang. What that means is he didn't come with the leather interior, didn't come with the nice fancy wheels, and didn't get those nice suspension. As you can see behind us, we were planning to actually modify the car anyway, so there is no point of getting the high trim level and at the end change out the wheels, change out all the suspension, so you're pretty much paying more money, so I think you can change everything out. So obviously, as you can see here, this is a GT, so what that means is it comes with a 5.0. Instead of getting the manual transmission, we actually get the new 10-speed transmission, so I don't see why not to get the 10-speed. And as well, my dad's not planning to race the Mustang per se, but he is going to be using it as a daily vehicle. So to where we live in South Florida, which is a lot of traffic and a lot of bumper to bumper, so why not just get something a little more comfortable for him, and he can also hear a nice V8 sound, because at the end of the day the EcoBoost engine is awesome, but we do feel that the V8 sound is there's nothing that can compare to that noise, at least in my opinion. We did do a lot of exterior mods, as you can see behind me. We haven't done any performance mods just yet. We might do an exhaust later on, but for right now I'm gonna show you what we have done so far. All right, here it is, the semi-modified Mustang. So I forgot to mention, this also came with the black accent package. What that means is any accent the Mustang come with, were like right here with the 5.0 or with the Mustang badge, they all came out black, as well with the roof as well came out black. This is something that we did not do, this just came from factory, which was awesome for us because we're planning to do that anyways, but for our benefits it already came with the Mustang. Alright, so the first thing I do want to talk about is the height of the Mustang. So the first thing that my dad told me when he got the Mustang is the Mustang is way too high. So the very first mod we did is actually lowered it. So we didn't get coilovers, we got IBOC lowering springs, which is, I believe, is 1.5 in the front and 1 inch in the rear. So pretty much this is how it's gonna look with these springs, which honestly I think it sets up the Mustang real good. It's not too low and it's not too high. You can go over speed bumps, you can go over whatever little bumps, and it won't necessarily rub or anything like that. So the next thing that we actually did to modify the Mustang was the wheels. As you can see, these are the RTR wheels that you can see here, which is by the way, if you didn't know, it means ready to rock. Like, no joke, that's what it really means, but I don't care, I think it's awesome. Alright, so the specs of these two, of the front wheels and the rear wheels, are different. They're staggered. So the ones in the front, they're 20 by 9.5, and the ones in the rear, they're 20 by 10.5. As you can see, the fronts are 255s and the rears are 305s. Alright, so pretty much we went for this look because we want a little bit more meatier tires in the rear and a little bit more subtle in the front. It gives it that nice like muscle car look, which I think it looks really amazing. because I've seen other people put almost the same type of tire from the rear to the front, and I think it looks a little bit too bulky in the front. And as well, we have gotten advice from American Muscle. We have talked to other people in other shops, and they highly recommended this setup because majority of every Mustang owner do like to put this setup. So we thought, why not just go ahead and do it ourselves? Oh yeah, looks 100 times more aggressive. Plus, it follows really cleanly with the body lines. If you can see from the top of the spoiler, it goes down to where the fender is, where the tail lights more or less. You can see how it nicely smooth around there. I honestly think this is the best and most subtle spoiler you can have, that is not too overwhelming. At the same time, it makes your Mustang from the rear look really nice. Since we're talking about the rear, we also got this little LED valence right here. Pretty much this came the same color as the tail lights, as you can see here, which is red, but we decided to get rid of it, get a more blacked out one. But at night, this has a little red LED here, which I think fits a lot more than those little 3 dots that it has there, because it looks kind of whatever. And plus, since the car's already gray, why not just add something a little bit darker in the corner? But at night, it looks real nice because it actually turned red. So I think this is one of the little coolest mod that we did after we did the spoiler. All right, let's migrate to the front. So the next thing we did, after we noticed that the rear looked really aggressive and the front looked kind of like okay, we decided to upgrade it. The little chin spoiler right here, we got the RTR chin spoiler, which is the same thing as the rear. We wanted to go with something subtle, not too aggressive, but honestly, I think it sets up the Mustang pretty clean in our opinion. It's nothing too aggressive and it's not something too subtle, so it's just kind of this theme we've been going for. We want something not too aggressive, at the same time we want something subtle. Reason why we got this one is because this chin spoiler comes out a little bit more and it actually lowers the front a little bit more, and actually if you look at it, it actually looks more flush with the side skirt. That was something key that we wanted to do, so luckily we kind of accomplished it with this chin spoiler. All right, so the next thing we did, we actually put tints all around. Obviously we didn't get the whole front tint, we just only got the top, which this is 20 all around. So if you're curious to see how it looks, this is how it looks to have 20 all around in a Mustang. Also, just to continue on the exterior, we also did the calipers and we painted them red. They actually come with a little gray color, which is not that bad, but we're like, you know what, let's set this calipers off a little bit more, make it look more sporty, kind of aggressive. So we actually got the paint, we painted it, and as well we got the decal that says Mustang, and we put that on the calipers. And honestly, it looked really clean. Low key, we wanted to get it black, but we kind of misordered it, didn't read it. But you know what, that gray looks beautiful on it regardless. And as well, because we didn't want to be cheap and paint these little chrome pieces, so we actually covered them, which you're gonna see in a later on video, and they actually came out pretty clean. It looks like it came from factory, just like that. On to the interior. Right, here we go. So I want to give it some little colors here. So we got the one with the regular analog, we got a little screen here, and then we have this little thing here that says, you know, park, reverse, neutral, drive, and sport. So down here, majority of the Mustang will always have a bigger screen, or might have the dual gauges here, which is it tells how much torque the Mustang's giving and things like that. But we didn't get that. We only got it with the 3 vents here, and we got it with the small screen. This is what the standard package usually comes with. And as well, it doesn't come with any switches here, which allows you to go to drag racing mode, changing the feel of the steering wheel. We do have that option right here, and we have traction control off, which will come with the little switches, but the little switches are more fancier. This is just more standard. So the only thing that we did modifying wise was actually put these little LEDs in here, which just makes the interior just a little bit more modern look instead of having the regular fluorescent bulbs. The goal was just to make it a little bit more brighter. Now these not the brightest ones, we just got ones that just give that white color, and it wasn't really too bad to install. As well, in the glove compartment we also did the same thing as well. It has one little bulb in there, and we also changed that as well. As you can see in the reverse light, we also put a white LED in there. It does help out a little bit more. It does, I mean, I don't want to show it now because it's super bright outside, but we did upgrade this with the LED, and actually it makes it look real nice when you're reversing. It's not the regular fluorescent bulbs, and this one gives a little bit more lumens than the regular one. Right, even though we didn't do anything performance wise, but we did upgrade some little things. For example, The regular standard one, actually I think the majority of them don't come with any hood struts, so we did install the little hood struts, which honestly was one of the most easier mods to do. But just keep in mind you have this little reservoir line here for the windshield wiper fluid. Remember not to put this bracket on there because that kind of happened to us, but we kind of fixed that. So remember just not to clip it over. Inside the engine cover we have the GLT catch can, which is right here. So a lot of people have this theory of the driver's side or the passenger catch can. Most people say that the driver's side, where people mostly put catch can, doesn't really catch too much, but they say on the passenger side it does catch a lot more oil. So we just went with what we've heard, so we go ahead and we install that there. So all of this other stuff that you see here, besides the hood strut, we do have a video for it, so just stay tuned for that. So that's pretty much it. That's what the Mustang came from factory, and that's what we have done aftermarket wise. So every other video you're gonna see is us installing a lot of these mods on the car. Now the only thing you're not going to see is us putting the wheels on and as well as lowering the Mustang. Couldn't record those mods happening at the time, but every other little mods that you see on the Mustang, we do have video of it, so we're gonna head and just post it so you guys can go ahead and see it. So thank you for watching. This is a new Mustang, it's gonna be on the channel, and if you want to see more of that, please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching. And we do have some bonus clips, so if you stay long enough you can go ahead and see it. Peace out.